my anxious flyers at? Me. I can't exactly pinpoint like when I became an anxious flyer. I always kind of remember being that way. Maybe I got it from my parents. Honestly, I feel like that's it. They never took me anywhere that required flying. It was like we took cruises out of LA because we could drive to LA and not have to get on a plane, which also makes sense why I have a hatred of cruises, but that's for another time. In Austin for a work trip, and I probably had my easiest travel day ever and least anxious. And you know, surprisingly, it didn't start that way. I always schedule my airport Ubers, and I was just telling my friends like last weekend that I love doing that because it's never failed me and it's always on time and I don't have to worry about it. Well, today he was a little late. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just like, oh God, I just got that all over the sink. It was just like 5 to 10 minutes late, and I'm always early, so you know I kind of plan for it. But my guy's in like a 70s tracksuit, and he starts offering me sweets in the back, and I've just seen all the stories now of people like being poisoned by food and water in Ubers. I mean, I would never drink or eat anything in the Uber, but people do, and I've heard the stories. He misses the airport exit, so that adds like 10 minutes to the trip. I'm thinking I'm gonna make it. I'm a little bit nervous because like the airports have been so busy, especially in the mornings. You know, I'm not like freaking out yet. And I get there, jacket. No, I got it on my jacket. We'll hope that doesn't stain. I'm a little thrown off because I fly United. It's usually Terminal 3, but because of all the construction right now, we were at Terminal 2. It's fine. I was just like, I don't really know my way around, so that's something that could definitely make me more anxious. But to my surprise, there were not a lot of people going through security this morning. I was through in like 5 minutes, and my gate was like right there. So that was easy. There also wasn't a lot of people on my flight. Had the middle seat open. I have a newfound appreciation for United after flying American and Delta a couple weeks ago because the planes are actually relatively nice. They have TVs at least, which I thought was standard. And the app as well, such a better user experience. Like whoever's doing United's UX and marketing deserves a raise. I was actually able to work on the flight. We boarded so quickly. Let me also say that. We were supposed to board at 8:05. By 8:04, group 2 was going. I've never seen a flight be early. I should have known that as a Capricorn, this is what would put me at ease. And it was an easy 3-hour flight. We land, probably the most graceful landing I've ever experienced. Gently touched down. I was in heaven. Everyone seemed to know what they were doing. You know, you didn't have anyone who was like, this is my first day on earth type of person. I've also been to Austin enough times now where I'm like, okay, I know where to go, like for the Ubers and stuff, so that always puts me at ease. I'll also add this hotel's pretty nice. Like the bathroom, nothing special. The bathroom's a little disappointing. It's giving industrial. The lighting clearly sucks, and I did not bring my attachment light, so we're making do. I'm excited because tomorrow's the first day of sales kickoff. That's why I'm here. But tonight, pretty much my whole team isn't local, so we all had to fly in tonight, so we're doing like a team dinner. And I love my team. Like we're all girls, which I've never had. Like in a tech job, that is rare. I meet up for drinks beforehand. The hotel lobby, actually, when I checked in, was like, do you want water, still or sparkling, or a margarita? It took all of me not to ask for the margarita. I'm going to be drinking a lot this week already, I'm sure, so I practiced self-control. I am a spicy margarita girl. That is probably my favorite cocktail. It's up there with like a martini, a dirty martini. Being in Texas and Austin in particular, I feel like that is the drink of Austin. I'm not a resident, I'm not a local, I don't know that. But for me, when I come here, I am craving it like no other. I honestly think it's the heat, like when it's hot like this. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised by the weather. I love this weather. It wasn't storming. It was supposed to be storming today when we flew in, but it was like blue skies. and not that humid. I like a little humidity. Little thing about me. So I never use like a powder bronzer on top of my cream, but we are today. And this is just a cheap Maybelline one that I've had for longer than I would like to admit. Side note, how quickly are we moving through highlighter? Because granted, I use highlighter once in a blue moon, but I feel like you need so little of it, especially because nowadays, like, we love the glow, we love like a non-matte look. We can start to look sweaty really quick. So like this from Merit, I could never buy another highlighter for the rest of my life and I would still have this left, you know? Okay, I forgot where I was in conversation with you, but this is the fit. I have sneakers I'm gonna wear just to be cash. And then I'm doing my favorite lippy at the moment, which is this Sochi lip liner in Speakeasy. It's like a dusty rose. My favorite shade on me, like a dusty mauve, you know? Not too pink, not too nude. Right in the middle. And then the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Gloss. Okay, wow, this lighting is so much better. This is the look I'm doing, just the little cream bag.